Something inside you has gone still. You're not sure exactly when it happened. But somewhere along the way, you stopped running. You stopped chasing love like it was always just out of reach. You stopped contorting yourself to catch someone's attention. You stopped performing to earn someone's stay. You just stopped. And the silence that followed? It changed everything. For so long, love felt like a race you were always losing. Everyone else seemed to cross the finish line while you were still stumbling at the start. So you ran harder. You tried to be more interesting, more beautiful, more accommodating, more whatever they needed you to be. You texted first. You planned the dates. You made the effort. You ignored the red flags because at least you were moving forward, right? At least someone was there. At least you weren't alone. But chasing love never brought you love. It brought you exhaustion. It brought you people who enjoyed being chased, but never intended to be caught. It brought you relationships where you did all the work and called it partnership. And then one day, you got tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep fixes. The kind of tired that comes from running towards something that keeps moving further away. The kind of tired that comes from shapeshifting for people who still don't choose you. So you stopped chasing. And at first, it felt like giving up. But it wasn't. It was waking up. When you stop chasing love, you create space. Space to notice who actually shows up, who initiates, who puts in effort, who meets you halfway without you having to beg for it. And you realize most of the people you were chasing, they were never running toward you. You were just convenient, available, easy. There when they needed validation, but never when you needed support. Stopping the chase doesn't mean you stop wanting love. It means you stop believing you have to earn it. You stop treating love like a prize you win through perfect behavior. You stop thinking that if you just try harder, prove more, be better, someone will finally see your worth. Because your worth was never the question. Their capacity was. When you stop chasing love, you start choosing yourself. You start asking better questions. Not, how can I make them love me? But, do I even like who I am when I'm with them? Not, what did I do wrong? But, is this person adding to my life or depleting it? You start noticing patterns. The way you always initiate. The way they only text when they need something. The way you're always available, but they're always busy. The way you feel anxious instead of at peace. And you start saying no. No to breadcrumbs. No to mixed signals. No to, maybe, when you deserve absolutely. No to people who only want you when it's convenient. You stop making excuses for inconsistency. You stop romanticizing bare minimum effort. You stop convincing yourself that someone who can't show up consistently really loves you deep down. They're just scared or busy or complicated. You just let them go. Not with anger. Not with bitterness. Just with clarity. This isn't it. And that's okay. The most surprising thing about stopping the chase? You don't feel empty. You feel free. Free to build a life that doesn't revolve around catching someone. Free to invest in friendships that are reciprocal. Free to pursue interests that make you feel alive. Free to just be, without performing for an audience of one. And in that freedom, something shifts. You become magnetic in a way you never were while chasing. Because you're no longer desperate. You're no longer auditioning. You're just present in your own life. Full. Whole. Complete. Not because you've given up on love, but because you've stopped looking for it to complete you. When you stop chasing love, the right kind of love can finally find you. Because you're no longer moving. You're standing still, grounded, clear about who you are and what you deserve. And the people who are meant for you, they won't make you chase. They won't make you guess. They won't leave you wondering if you matter. They'll show up, consistently, clearly, without you having to beg for it. But even if they don't come, even if you're alone for a while, you're okay. Because you've learned the most important lesson. You don't need to be chosen to be whole. You don't need to be chased to be valuable. You don't need someone else's love to prove your worth. You have you. And that's enough. So you stop running. You stop reaching. You stop bending yourself into shapes that aren't yours. You just stand in your truth, in your fullness, in your worth. And you trust that what's meant for you won't require you to chase it. This is the quietest shift, but it's the most powerful because it changes everything. Not because love suddenly appears, but because you finally come home to yourself. And that's where everything begins. Thanks for being here. If this resonated, Tell me, when did you stop chasing? What changed? And subscribe to The Unhurried Woman for more reminders that the right love won't make you run. It will meet you exactly where you are.